today. From GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 123 yards.
3rd in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. Had have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
That play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a scoreless game. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On first down, Fitzgerald. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. A big play there for KC. 51 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Here we go now on first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. He'll try again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And that sack brings up fourth and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. And his kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Back to Walker on first down. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. Back to throw now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And just a yard to go here on second down. On second down, it's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw, and he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually. Right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand, you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
On 2nd and 10, Fitzgerald escaping the pressure. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. And some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
Again, Walker. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say
touchdown Raiders. A 5-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles, but they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Fitzgerald. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. A give for Walker running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. A slant to Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Here's Walker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Jackson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And now here comes Kansas City. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got a...
He's got a man complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big play there for KC. 45 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Fitzgerald on the move to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Back to throw. Fitzgerald flush to his right. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Off play action. Fitzgerald. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 4th down, Fitzgerald. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're going to look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Calling a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On third down, here's Walker. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Hitting him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Yellow, 43. Flag 2.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. To throw from his end zone. Fitzgerald.
They'll get this to Bell. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, Fitzgerald. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 2nd down. Fitzgerald. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chiefs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep over the middle.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin with a matchup of the two teams that Peyton Manning took to a Super Bowl championship. Denver heading east to take on Indianapolis.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
And the Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 44, Fitzgerald. He'll buy some time right. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Running left is Walker, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On play action, they'll throw. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Yellow, 43.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rolling, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Looking left side, and it's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. Oh, that was never on target. It's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Washington. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 2nd down and 8. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. This one goes underneath to Walker. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Ready. 60 reps. 60 reps.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game. That means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Chiefs, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the loss drops them back to